Lopez and physical, I stay high as the voice of A-Time. And make mine a straight with no chase on the ice. I got enough on anyway. And when they see the ball, they hyperventilate. I got them running after me like I'm about to win the race. Cause I'm a beast, I'm a dog, bitch, I'm a beast. Oh, I'm a dog, yeah, you know that I'm a beast. I'm a dog, yes, I'm a beast. Oh, I'm a dog, you know that. No, never entertain the suckers with the hate and business. I'm on the yacht playing table tennis. Expensive limit, women's finish, adultery, compulsively. I'm an arsonist on the beat, blaze fire. The door closed to the boot, I feel like a cage lion. Yeah, let me loose, now let me get him. Cause I ain't going back and forth like badminton. No, I will never drop the ball like badminton. And I ain't being conceited, I'm just admitting. I flow cocky, got hand rhythm. I got this bitch on lock like San Quentin. I'm tough daddy, what's poppin' gangster? I'm trying to keep my pockets fat like opera singers. So sharp if you touch me, I chop your fingers. I'm on top of the game like helicopter angles. I see you niggas, I hope you're having fun. I hope you have a gun. This shit is crazy, this little baby, I'm here to take it, and it's looking vacant. Cause I'm a beast, I'm a dog, bitch, I'm a beast. Oh, I'm a dog, yeah, you know that I'm a beast. I'm a dog, I'm a beast.
And we're back.
Oh, I'm a dog, you know that I'm a beast. I'm a dog, bitch, I'm a beast. Oh, I'm a dog, yeah, you know that I'm a beast. I'm a dog, bitch, I'm a beast. Oh, I'm a dog, you know that. Okay, now I'ma go off on them. At first I was going soft on them, but now it's time to go hard. Bustin' bangin' Bogart, take a shit in your yard, take a piss on your bra, make a list of your bars and go and murder them all. Life is short, yeah, a midget told me that, and I've always thought I was fly like I had a pigeon on my back, and I got decisions on my back. Vision on my back, so don't run up on me, I got precision with that. I don't rap, tat. All I got to do is tap, that I hit my target like a fucking dart match. My address is Cloud9, seeking you shall find. Weezy on the grind, I'm about my Frankenstein. You know me, yeah. From my Lincolns to my Franklin, see I made that money strict and couldn't nick like an anklet. Keep them bitches running in and out my house like a banquet, and I don't even speak their language. And if the bitch boyfriend get angry, then my niggas turn around and tell his whole clique, fuck that nigga, pussy ass nigga, fuck that nigga. Yeah, cause I'm a beast, I'm a dog, bitch, I'm a beast. Oh, I'm a dog, yeah, you know that I'm a beast. I'm a dog, I'm a beast. Oh, I'm a dog, you know that I'm a beast. I'm a dog, bitch, I'm a beast. Oh, I'm a dog, yeah, you know that I'm a beast. I'm a dog, bitch, I'm a beast. Oh, I'm a dog, you know that.
Okay. So, I probably should have thought this out a little bit better. I don't know if you guys can hear me good. Let me try to, okay. For this account, I know that we have a lot of people blocked, so we weren't constantly getting flags, right? So I don't know how many Gabi supporters are blocked on this account. I'm sure some of them are, because I know that there's like mods and stuff like that blocked. So if any of the other Fearless accounts are in here and you're a mod, which I know they're all mods, if you know who is a Gabi supporter on the block list, can we unblock them for this live? Maybe. I was going I know there's kind of a lot, because I know, you know, we all keep each other informed. Okay, thank you, 5. Oh my gosh. I mean, I can look too. I don't want to just like throw that all on you. I can look too. I'm just not sure. Like, I know for myself, like sometimes when I'd watch Gabi's live, I would see certain people and just by what they were saying, I would know, like, no, I'm blocking them on my Fearless account. I don't have anybody blocked on my main account because I don't really care like that. But you know, for here, we have a purpose here, so I just, you know, and I know, and you know what, and they probably will end up doing that. But what I need everybody to understand, I mean, I know like y'all understand, but what I need people to understand is, like, just because this live will be about Gabi and we'll be referencing her and stuff like that, it's not for her. You know what I'm saying? It's for her supporters. It's for the ones that I just want to know why. Right? I even wrote down questions so that way I wouldn't forget, and I'm sure y'all will have some questions as well. All I ask is that everybody try to be respectful. You know, like, I know we all feel the same way. We all wonder why. I can't figure out why they can't see what we see. But these are the kind of questions that we want to get, and we're not going to get that by being assholes. You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as they're respectful, that's fine. It doesn't have to be this, you know, whole back and forth. So I don't want them to think that that's what I'm trying to do. Like, I'm not. I genuinely have questions. I just want to know. And if I'm sure they might all come in here with the same talking points as Gabi, like, you know, like the things she says, but even the things she says can be tore down. Okay. All right, good. Thank you, 5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Cause I know there's a decent amount of people on there. I just don't know. And I know that she probably got a lot of new supporters since I updated that block list. So, you know, I figured, I don't know, I guess we'll see, right? I guess we'll see. Now, I don't know if, I don't even know if I should mention that name, because it's kind of like Beetlejuice. You say it too many times and all of a sudden she pops up, if y'all know who I'm talking about. Oh, is Karen blocked? Does anybody know that? I would love to talk to Karen. I would love to talk to her. Like, she's not blocked? Okay. I don't even know her name. What's her name? I don't know her name. I know. And you know, I kind of have to, I mean, I can always block them. Queen Karen. Okay. Okay. Anyway, I can always, you know, block them afterwards, but I just figure, like, if you're going to, like, try to strike me, flag me, or whatever the hell they call it over here, when I'm just genuinely trying to have a conversation, it's kind of wild. Because I know Gabi is blocked from this account. But like I said, this isn't for her, so I don't really care if she sees it or if she doesn't, to be honest with you. So it's whatever. But as for her supporters, and I don't know how many people in her chat is actually a supporter, or, you know, I mean, because they could all be trolls for all we know. But I do see people in there that I do think believe her. Okay. That's her name? Okay. Hi, Lori. And hi, everybody. Hello. Hello. I don't want to be rude. Okay, wait. What did that say? Sorry, guys. These are going kind of fast. Oh, okay. Good. So, anybody, Gabi supporters, please take a box. I'm not going to be rude, disrespectful. As long as you are respectful and can have a conversation, that's all I'm trying to do here. That's it. I mean, I have some questions. If you have questions for me, I understand. And here's the thing. I understand going into somebody's life and not knowing nothing about them, right? I understand going in, seeing them, and let's be serious. Sometimes you watch Gabi and she's just doing normal shit, right? She's cleaning, you know, doing whatever. And I can understand that if you come in and there's a couple of lives that you see where she's just being herself, I can then understand why people are like, what's going on, right? It's if you stay longer than a week, you start to see things, inconsistencies in her stories, the things she says, they don't add up. And when they don't add up, it's because she's lying, right? I can't sit here and say that I'm a doctor and try to explain something. I would call myself out because I don't know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So when she starts saying things like her social anxiety and her PTSD and her endo and the woman's body itself, how does she not know how that works? She's been pregnant before, you know, and like there's a lot of things that I don't understand how you guys believe the things she's saying, or maybe you don't and you just feel bad. I don't know. I don't understand. And I don't know a lot about autism, right? So I Googled it. But I didn't, like I said in my video, I didn't just read the first line. I scrolled down. I opened up a bunch of other places. I also looked up videos of autistic kids so I could get a feel, so I could see their everyday stuff, their, you know, what the mom goes through, what the child goes through, and I don't see that in her son at all. I don't understand how so if you are a parent with an autistic child, how do you miss that? Sorry, baby girl's screaming at me, so I'll be right back. I hear you. No, chicken, you're gonna stay in. No, chicken, go. Sorry, baby girl, hold on. Chicken's trying to get out. Chicken, no. Go ahead. All right, come on. Come on, guys. Chicken, Mr. Socks, let's go. Let's go. I don't want to shut the door on you. All right. Nope. Mr. Socks. Oh, goodness. Sorry, animals, you know. But anyway, it's just, hi, Lemon Juicy, or Lemon Lucy. I'm sorry, I do that. I see things and my mind reads it a certain way, and then it has to, you know, like, I never said I was like really super smart, so go wing. Oh my, yeah, the Red Wings, yeah. Let me see. Okay, so let me make sure I check this. And okay, this looks good. All right. I wonder if I should I take that fair use sticker down, or you think I should leave it up? You ain't missed nothing, Grumpy. We are just starting. Literally just starting. We're having like technical difficulties, so it's because I don't really, you know, I'm trying. Leave it? Okay. Okay. Then I'll leave it for now. Okay. Okay, I'm leaving it. Thank you, guys. I mean, because to be honest with you, I don't even know if they'll even show up. I was just kind of like, you know what? Let's just see. I feel like, though, if you are supporting somebody and you feel like she is a son who has autism, or you feel like she genuinely is being bullied, I don't see why it would be a problem for you to come up here and speak on it. Like, if you know what I'm saying? Like, if I seen one of y'all and I really thought that way, I would come up and stick up for you. I would go up there and say, hey, this is what I see, this, that, and the third. You shouldn't have a problem with it unless you feel like you know something is wrong. I mean, if you can't voice your concern to the person that you're supporting without being blocked, without being called names or whatever, I don't know why you would support that. I don't like being talked to like I'm a piece of shit. Cause that's like a question that I have. Why do you stay around with somebody who talks to you? She'll point out somebody in her chat and it was completely somebody else different who said it. And she'll go on a rant about them for like 5 minutes and people are telling her it wasn't that person and she won't even apologize. You can't even apologize for that? That's a problem. Like, I know y'all see it. I'm just like, I don't know. You don't have to watch her for a really long time to realize that shit ain't right. It's just not. We did not just pick her out of a hat. Like that's not. I'm not just going around on the internet like, who can I call out? It doesn't work like that. You know, I say things about people based off my morals, based off of what I see and how I parent, how I live my life. And if it don't align, or I mean, there might be things that I say that you guys are like, well, I don't think it's that bad, right? Because everybody's not going to have the same opinion about stuff. So, but the majority of us have the same opinions because they're not right. Just morally as a person, the way she doesn't parent at all, that's not right. How many parents do we see on here that have vlogs that do show their kids, but they still pay attention to their kids. They still parent, and we see that. Nobody calls them out. Why? Why is it that you think Gabi's the one that we all picked to bully her when there's hundreds, thousands of other mommy vloggers? I mean, she'll put in her little description, my son's autistic. Why do you base your lives off of that? Like, what? Like, is that a thing? Do y'all go around like saying that, doing that? Like, is that like the first thing you say to people? I don't know. Like, I'm asking because is it, you know, if I come up to you and you're like, how many kids you have, is the first thing you say to me like, oh, my kid's autistic? Like, is that a thing? I genuinely don't know. But it's kind of like she wants to base everything off of that, and that's strange. Yeah, why? To say your son is autistic and he's not, that something's wrong. Genuinely wrong. There was paperwork that said autism's not a concern, and she still posted it. That's not right. And I'm not being mean. There's genuinely something wrong with that. I don't know why you would want your son to have a label when he doesn't. You should be grateful for a healthy child. Like, and then to say he's he can hear you when you say these things. What do you think is going to happen when he gets older? He's going to start asking questions, or he's going to go up to other people and say, hi, my name is C, I'm autistic. Like, is that what you want him to do? Like, I don't know. It's scary, to be honest with you. It's really scary. It's scary to think how he's going to grow up, the things that he's going to think about himself. Hey, B. Yes, he does repeat everything, and it is sad. It's so sad, and I don't understand. For anybody in here who is a parent with an autistic child, I'm just asking. And hey, Mama V, when you look at C, do you personally think that he has autism? That's my first question. personally, I think it's behavioral problems. No. Okay. Okay. Because based off the, obviously I watched a lot of videos. However, I don't, because there's not one personally in my home, or I don't have like, I can't, I don't know the levels, and I know that some is more severe than others. But she was saying, and am I saying this right? Stage 3, is it a level 3 or a stage 3? Yes, me too, Mo. Level 3. Okay, I wanted to make sure because I couldn't remember. And I know if I'm saying something, I don't mean to be disrespectful if I'm saying something wrong or offensive. Like, I honestly don't know, like, the wording and things like that. Like, I'm learning, so. Okay, and that's what I was learning too, is the needing full support. I was reading all about that, watching parents talk about it. Let me see who's up here. And learning about it because I genuinely want to know. What does this say? Lip smackers. All right, I'm gonna lip smackers. I'm accepting you up. Trying to. Why didn't it accept? I'm accepting you up. Trying to. Why didn't it accept? Trying to. Why didn't it accept? Maybe it's thinking. Oh,
You got me?
I got you.
Okay, awesome. I just wanted to step up because I wanted to elaborate a little bit more on that. I am a grandma of 3 that I am raising, have full custody of. The oldest being 13, the youngest being 8.
Okay.
And all 3 are autistic. All 3 are ADHD. The youngest has ODD, the middle as OCD, and the oldest as Tourette's. So looking at Cam, and I've been looking at him for months, there is 100% no way that child is autistic, especially a level 3. A level 3 is solely dependent, which means he can't eat himself, he can't go to the bathroom himself.
Interesting.
Level 3s can't speak. They will mumble, but they won't pronounce words. I've heard Cam, he can do ABCs and everything.
Yes.
100% he is not. I've seen the documentation that she has, and it says autism, not a concern.
Yes.
I can show you my documentation. It's 24 pages, just the diagnosis alone. Then I have the occupational therapy, the speech therapy, the psychiatry report, etc. So there is no way in hell. And I have a level 2 and a level 1, and they no longer do levels. Okay. They don't even use the term autism anymore because it's such a wide spectrum. It's ASD.
What is it?
It's autism spectrum disorder.
Okay. Oh, ASD. Okay.
Yeah. So like they don't even use the levels anymore because my level 2 as categories from level 3 and categories from level 1. So it's all over the place.
Oh, okay. I see.
So they can't define the levels as much anymore.
Okay. So yeah, I didn't know that at all. ASD.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I feel like if that's what she is going live for, especially to put it in a description box and to speak about it the way she does, you would think like this type of information would be helpful. She's
Googling it. She's Googling it.
Yeah. No, you're right. Because when I Googled it, I didn't get none of this. I just got basic, things like that. And that's why I started watching videos and stuff. And when I seen some of the people, because the one that I seen, because of course I was typing in, level 1 autism, level 2, and I just went down the list. And even a level 1, and I don't know, and that was the thing too, is I didn't know if the levels were like the higher the level, the worse it was, or so I was learning. But every kid I saw was nothing like him. And I was even more shocked than I was before.
And I can promise you that if he was diagnosed ASD at his age. And like I said, I've been watching her for months. And at first she said, no, they won't diagnose him because they say he's too young. He has to be 5 years old. Well, that's bullshit because my youngest was 2.5.
Oh, okay. See, I thought there was like an age. I just didn't know what the age was or if there was an age. I just thought that, so
So she was 2.5, but she had all the classic symptoms like the irritability, the out of control. She couldn't speak. She was delayed walking. She walked on her tippy toes. She walked sideways instead of frontwards. Like there were a lot of things that she was like in the occupational therapy part that diagnosed her as autism. But the two boys were really hard to because they were older and it took almost a year for them to get their diagnosis.
Oh, okay. So, and I know that it was a process, because I have heard parents say that they had to go through this doctor and this doctor, and and all of that. And that was another thing is that you said, well, just paperwork from one doctor would be a lot. And they have multiple doctors, so that means twice as much paperwork. So when she was saying she couldn't find or didn't have or whatever, that was a red flag for me. And I know it was a lot for everybody else too. So
and you and I know if she had the paperwork, that would be the first thing she would be flashing across the screen.
And that's what I think too. Yeah, that's exactly what I think.
She 100% doesn't have it. That little piece of paper that she put up there saying that it was one piece of writing. It was almost like, fill in the blank type of paper where he was being sent for further. Well, let me tell you, if Cam is like 4 years old. So he's 4 years old. If he was, I'm going to tell you, I am in a office for therapy at least once a week, if not twice a week.
And that's another question that I have for her supporters is, he goes to nothing. She does nothing for him, and that alone is neglect. So
he would be in behavioral. He would definitely be in speech therapy. They would suggest putting him in childcare because that's what we did with mine. She was 4.5 before she started talking, and it was only because she went to daycare, and she was around other children.
Right, and that's so important to have your kids around other children.
Exactly. The socializing.
Yes.
And she doesn't do that. He doesn't socialize. He socializes with her and him.
All of them.
And she's screaming all the time.
Yes. Yeah.
Right? Or like she's fighting with somebody. So that's where it's a behavioral issue. And I think he's ADHD.
Okay.
Because he is very, very hyper. And once you get him started, you can't calm him down. So I think he is ADHD.
Well, it don't help that she's giving him sugar and pop. He's 4 years old. She's giving him pop. I'm like, what?
She's giving him everything that he's not supposed to have. All those red dyes and all that crap that he has.
Yep. Yeah.
And like soft drinks and ice cream and chocolate cake and cookies.
And she's wondering why he's bouncing off the walls.
He doesn't eat a normal meal.
T baby, you will be up next. I know you were requesting. I just wanted to let you know that I see you, and you'll be coming up next. Just so you know.
I'll jump down. I just wanted to say that to you. You're welcome.
I really appreciate you. Thank you so much.
And good luck.
Please? Good luck with your grandbabies.
Thank you. Just boot me. I don't know how to get out of here.
Oh, I don't know how to boot you, so I'm gonna try. Hold on, let me see. Okay, let's see. Microphone, camera. Oh wait, I might know. Hold on, let me see. They will still be able. Okay, I think I found it. I did it. Yay! See that? See that? All right, let me let my dog in real quick. I'll be right back. I'm sorry. Come on, baby. Come on. Oops, sorry. Back up, back up.
Hey, you want to go see Theo Vaughn next weekend?
Yeah, where at?
Fox Theater.
Okay.
A lot of tickets right now.
You're gonna get them right now? Next Saturday? Yeah, we can go.
And I ordered half of them, so Uber Eated it.
Oh, okay. Okay, let me get T-Baby up here. In my mind, I read Tabby. I told you my mind does that, but it is T-Baby. Hello?
Hey, everyone.
Hi.
Hi. So I've shared a little bit of this in Three's lives before
Oh,
about
okay.
my daughter. But she is now 10. She is diagnosed level 2 autism, but things started back when she was like a year and a half old. But they, put her through a lot of testing, and uh, she went through different therapies and things like that, but she did not officially get diagnosed until she was almost 6. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And it took almost 2 years and extensive amounts of testing to even get her diagnosed at a level 2. Um, but she does a lot of things, like she actually still to this day walks on her tippy toes. She cannot wear shirts like with tags or collars or there are so many, things that impact that.
Yeah.
And when I see Cam, he does not display any of those behaviors. Another one is, food. There's and all the loud noises that can be triggering for any child. And the way that she is so loud in her lives, she baits him into being that way.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
and I think that she intentionally does it because if you are a parent of a child with autism, you know that, lights have to be low, sounds have to be low. You don't do things that would intentionally trigger your child to
Yeah.
act that way, right? And these are all things that are learned. I mean, I've had to learn so much over the years with her. Um, but saying at 4 to be diagnosed, and maybe in Florida, I was in Illinois when my daughter was diagnosed, but you have to go through so many other therapies and other things to even obtain that diagnosis. My daughter was in food therapy, she was in speech therapy, she was in, and even now, it took me from preschool until she will now be in 5th grade to get her an IEP.
Oh,
It doesn't happen overnight, right?
yeah.
And so when she comes on and she's, oh, he's diagnosed and he, all these things, they cannot do it that quickly. And she's never done anything to try to help him. She's never put him in any of these therapies, and when he was
Yeah.
in school, he was doing so much better. And level 3, so I know the other woman who was up here was saying that they have changed the levels now.
Yeah.
When my daughter was diagnosed, it was level 1, level 2, level 3.
Okay.
And level 3 was nonverbal, and needed, substantial help, right?
Yeah.
My daughter is level 2 and she requires substantial help. I do not pull SSI on her. I could, but I don't, for the fact that she, I don't want to label her with a disability, right? Um, you know, but anyway, as far as it pertains to Gabby and Cam, I think, like you had said earlier, that she pulls things, from Google. She reads the first 5 lines and says, oh, he does all these things, and watch him
Yeah.
scream and yell and do. But
Yes.
she does it herself. She doesn't
Yes.
do anything to prevent it, you
Yes.
know?
No,
So
absolutely. Absolutely. And so my son has little quirks that he has since he was little, and they would be off and on, right? And we want to get him tested. I don't think it's autism. Just so everybody, I don't think it's that. I do think it's something different, but he is going to be starting to be tested for a couple little things. He does have a sensory problem, and I have set it to the doctor and stuff, because things like you were saying, tags and stuff, I have to cut off all the tags, everything. Sounds, he doesn't like loud sounds, but some sounds are fine. Like we were at the fireworks, he was cool with that, you know what I'm saying, like things like that. I don't, like I said, I don't think it's autism though, because everything that you guys are saying is not, besides those two things, everything else is he's just a regular kid. You would never know unless you were around him for a long period of time, a certain little quirks that he does. And I don't know what else to call him, so I'm sorry if that sounds bad, but like I was saying, one doctor's appointment, you have all the stuff with everything they've tested him for, what they go over with you and everything. And I can only imagine how much paperwork you have, everybody else on here, even on yourself. So for her to be able to show personal bodily fluids of hers and not be able to show paperwork on a child that you're pushing out that he's autistic shouldn't be a problem for anybody. And
Well, so just for reference, so my daughter was having reoccurrent ear infections and crazy high temperatures, and we were in the ER like constantly. And so we finally got a referral, and she received tubes in her ears. And the doctor who put the tubes in her ears recommended glasses. And then we discovered that her vision was absolutely horrible. And once she received her glasses, and like she was able to, because she was also born very prematurely, and
yeah,
we all just thought that she had maybe like some sensory issues. She wasn't wanting to try foods and things like that. But anyway, so it was like a domino effect. So we had the tubes, and then she got glasses, but then there became some subtle differences, right? And so when her pediatrician, just said, "Oh, well, I'm going to have you, talk to like the case, our caseworker here at the, medical office and see, because she started exhibiting, things in daycare and then in preschool." And so she said, "No, we're going to, give you this referral. You need to have her tested." But she, but mind you, she had been through, a couple years of therapy with, sensory, food, all the, various different kinds of therapies way before they even pushed it to the level where she would need to be tested for something different.
oh,
Right.
okay,
So,
right,
you don't just go to your pediatrician and they're like, "Oh, yep, here's, your child. They're
right,
diagnosed." They
yeah,
cannot diagnose your child.
right,
I had to take her to a specialist, right?
yep,
And yeah, and now the only thing I will say is that my pediatrician did recommend melatonin for my daughter,
okay.
um, because her mind, she has a really hard time sleeping, and it was the only safe thing to give her. So that is the only thing that I will back her on, is the melatonin.
Now, did
Um,
they tell you to give it to your daughter every night, or was it just like if she was having problems?
they told me to give it to her on school evenings, but
Okay,
on the weekends I did not.
okay. Okay,
Yep.
because I was
And
wondering
I
about that because I did look up the melatonin thing only because, yeah, obviously I heard her say it, but I wanted to know if there was long-term effects. And what I was reading, just based off the little research I did, is that there wasn't enough data to really say for sure, what can happen. Now they have a little bit of things that they were saying, but they needed more data for it.
Well,
So
they recommended for me to give it to her on, on school nights where she, really needed the extra sleep, but I do not give it to her in the summer. I do not give it to her on the weekends. And even still now, I'll give her one, sometimes three, but she's also 10.
right. Yeah. And that's
So
another thing is I don't know. I don't know if she just, no, I do know. I know that she just reads the little bit of Google like we were talking about and just kind of says, "Hey," but just like doctors tell you, they tell you don't go to Dr. Google because you can sit there and say, "I have this, I have this, I have this," and then you think you're dying. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So it's
Yep.
like you can't do that. And I understand that some people, have either somebody who is autistic in their family or just heard that autistic kids have tantrums, and I feel like for her she heard that and think that that's all autism is, and that's why she's like, "Oh, he's just autistic, that's why he's acting this way." And it pisses me off that she does that because it's like why did your brain go there just because you heard it? Like, I don't know, because when I talk to like moms, they'll say, well, his tantrums are different than my son or my daughter's tantrums, you know? Like, I don't know. The whole thing is just really crazy to me. It's
But
almost unbelievable.
and this is the last thing that I will say about it, and then I'll let somebody else jump up.
Okay.
But when she can't find paperwork, I have 30 plus pages of paperwork about and all the evaluations that they did with my daughter. I mean, they literally, and even for her to obtain an IEP,
Yeah.
they were monitoring her down to seconds and
Okay.
watching her behavior for her to even qualify.
Okay.
Yep. So she, yeah, no, if she can, and I have that paperwork in PDF files on my phone. I
That
have
was
it,
going to be my next
you
question for
know,
you. Like,
yeah.
you can, do they hand you paperwork, or do they send it to you on a, like a PDF file, or both?
You can have it any way you want.
Okay.
So I have the actual hard copies, but I
Okay.
also have PDF documents because I have to, send it. We moved recently, well, a year ago. But I have to make people aware, that she is autistic because she does require, certain levels of care.
Right.
And,
Right.
and as a parent, right, a responsible parent, I make sure that it is given to everybody who needs it.
Right. No,
So, and I
absolutely.
would never just lose it. I mean, it is saved,
Yes.
in multiple places, and it will never just be lost. And if I ever did, all I had to do, was, call Easter Seals,
And
and
that's what
they
I was
would
thinking.
provide me
Why
another
couldn't she have
copy.
just called?
Yep.
Like, it
Yep.
should be that easy. I mean, we have like my charts and things like that. Like, that's even just going to a regular doctor's appointment, and then yeah,
Yes.
that's
Yep. So
oh
so many red flags, and as
yes,
as I've watched her and her behaviors, like, I keep my environment very calm for my daughter. I know her
that's good.
triggers. I know, I mean, it comes down to, and we're talking about things as simple as socks, okay? Because she hates socks. The
That's
lines
my
that go
son.
across the top. I mean, there are so many things, and when I
Yes, the
watch,
line across the top. Oh my
yes,
gosh,
yep,
yes.
sends her into, I mean, she just can't, deal with it. And so, watching Cam and, watching the collared shirts and all that stuff there, I mean, my daughter, and every child of course is different, but,
Yes.
but my daughter, there is no way. I mean, she cannot have anything that close, like, to her neck.
Yep.
um it's just it's very, very sad, and I pray for her and and Cam daily, and I truly hope that they both get the help they need.
Yeah, I know. So do I. 100%. And that's what I try. You know, I don't, just because I don't like the way that she parents or don't personally like her, it doesn't mean I want anything bad to happen to her. And I feel like that she doesn't understand that. She doesn't, that's foreign to her, but I don't want anything bad to happen to her. I would love if she actually was trying, because if she was actually trying, then that, people would back off a little bit, like, okay, she's doing some work, we gotta give her a chance. But she don't even give herself a chance.
Nope.
As soon as she says, I'm not coming on live no more, she's still posting things. Like, just try. Like, I don't, and that's why when people are saying, I think she wants, C to stay this way, it's hard to argue that, because the most smallest work that she could do with him would help him. It's 5 minutes with him randomly through the week is not going to help. You have to be consistent. Like, that needs to be driven in her head, consistency with everything. And it's crazy when somebody doesn't get it. It's frustrating.
But you know what the sad part is that she won't. And the unfortunate thing is I think the only thing that will actually help her is, and I do not want him to be taken away from his mother, but
No,
that
and
might be
right.
the only thing that saves them both, honestly.
Right. honestly, it would be a reality. Hopefully, it would be a reality check for her because, you know, I, that obviously affects C as well. If he was taken out of the home, I don't want that to happen to him. But I think I got into it with somebody on my YouTube page about Lori Jones and because of my opinions on her. And for some reason, some people think that because because it's their biological mother that that's where they should be. But that's not always right. It's not always right. You can't you I don't the thing is that it could be your bio mom, but she could be the biggest piece of shit ever. And then you can have somebody, a stepmom, and an aunt, an uncle, whoever that has a better, safe, stable home, loving, giving the kid a fighting chance. How would you say just because this woman gave birth to her kid that that's better over a safe home? You gotta get people have to get that thinking out of their head. It's where the kid is safe, where that kid can thrive, and I don't. Some people I don't understand why some people have that mentality that because it's a bio parent, that's where they need to be. If it's not healthy for the child, it's not where they need to be. It's just not.
Not everybody is meant to be a parent.
100%. I completely agree.
If you are that selfish that you cannot do something like log off the internet or, have a job or do whatever begging people online for money for your child's basic needs is absolutely insane to me when she's capable of getting a job, right?
Yeah.
So if she cannot put in that much to be a mother, she doesn't deserve to be a mom. I said what I said. If you are that selfish of a human being, then you don't deserve, because when you become a mom, all of that selfishness goes right away because they always come first.
100%. I 100% agree. And if you're not ready for that, you don't be a parent.
Nope.
Just don't.
Nope. Thank you so much for letting me come up.
Oh, thank you for coming up. I appreciate you. I know I have other people up here. And I don't know if you know how to get down. I think I remember. But if you know how to get down, let me see. Okay, she knew. All right. Let me see. There was somebody else. Jenna? Was it a Jenna? Hi.
Hey. I don't know how long you've been watching her, but I've said it before. I just pointed it out to people. I've been watching her since she's been on the app.
Way longer than me then.
Yeah, it was a whole ordeal when I walked away, but I digress. If people remember, couple years back when Cam was still little, she would watch. I don't know if you know the mother and the boy, Cash.
I don't know Cash. No.
He's got autism. He's got very bad anger issues and so and so.
Oh no, I don't know who that is.
And he's not a young boy anymore. He's a young man. But he was very violent to his mother. And G would literally watch him and the mother. She watched how they got the attention, how the cash rolled in.
Oh no.
And that's when it really all started, and she started pushing hardcore. G's never had consistency throughout her whole life, even with her Mimi. It's never been consistent. She grew up with thinking a lot of this is okay. If you watch the way that Mimi's temper is, how she just popped D for telling C not to throw a rock, that there's anger issues and violence throughout the whole family. When you grow up with that and you see that all the time, you think it's normal.
Yeah.
But that's breaking the cycle. And you have to learn and know how to break the cycle and be better than what you were brought up with. She thinks a lot of this is normal. And no, I'm not sticking up for her. I'm just saying what I have seen with my own eyes.
No, I agree. I think she thinks this is normal. I think
Yeah.
that and when somebody says otherwise, she has a million excuses for it. And none of those excuses, it's just, it's right is right and wrong is wrong. And it
Yeah.
doesn't matter who you are. You know what I'm saying? But I think she knows that she's being shitty and not doing everything that she needs to do. And that's why she always has a reaction she does. She feels like she's being attacked when genuine supporters have came to her and said whatever, and she's like, oh well, I don't, I don't. Why wouldn't you want to learn? Why wouldn't you want to correct it? I just I can't. I don't know, but she
Because she
thinks it's
thinks it's
normal.
normal. She thinks
Yeah,
it's normal. And if you look back at a lot of older videos from when they were younger,
yeah.
Mimi always pushed them in front of the camera or pushed them into the view.
Oh,
Go on
I didn't
YouTube
know
and
that.
go on YouTube and do your dances. And Mimi pushed them. She wanted them to be well known, and they weren't. It's the attention, whether it is good attention or bad attention. And if you really sit and look at it, she always tries to get the approval of Mimi. Whether it's good attention or bad attention, she makes an excuse for it, and Mimi believes her, no matter what. And like we seen in the court transcripts, Mimi will lie as well.
Yeah,
Um,
freely. Just that was crazy.
yeah,
that the
they
chorus
have.
was just absolutely crazy to me. The way she was acting, how like after hearing that, I genuinely think that she thought, and I'm sure all of you think the same thing, that she thought she was gonna go in there and say this, that I'm being bullied, believe me, please, and that they were just gonna be like, oh, yep. Like her brain, she's not mentally developed, like, you know, like she's still very young minded and thinks like a child, like a teen. And but she doesn't even try to better herself at all.
They both are at minded very young.
Yes, yeah, because I don't watch Danny. I have watched her, but I noticed that they are so much alike. And the way that their thinking process, the things they say to people, all of it is just like, wow, you really have not lived enough life or experienced enough to even be on this app, to be quite honest with you, because it
Well,
just seems so foolish.
Mimi kept them sheltered, even with the homeschooling. She kept them sheltered unless it was in front of a camera or in front of a video.
Do you know? I have a question. Do you know what age she was taken, or they were taken out of school?
I think it was. I want to say she said it was like young teenage years.
Okay, because I
I
know
don't remember
I've been hearing
exactly.
people. Okay, fourth. Oh, that's. I don't know why my head went to like middle school, high school, but fourth grade. That's your whole school years.
Because she said they were being quote bullied.
And to be honest with you, I'm sorry, but I don't believe it, because if you think this is bullying, then you weren't. I don't think you were being bullied. I
In her
don't.
mind, if anybody else has a different opinion than what she has, or it's a negative opinion of her, it's bullying.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
I don't.
she completely 100% believes that. And
That
she
is.
can be right down vile. Like, she can be disgusting. When she feels like she's backed in a corner, that's when she's going to lie and she's going to be
Yeah,
vile.
yeah.
This is a pattern with her. She's done this before. She's done this before. She
So
will
how
stay
did you?
off
Did
the
you
app.
just scroll into her live one time and?
When her and her sister were actually on the same video one night, yeah, they were on my For You page. I
Okay.
scrolled into them. I started watching them. I felt bad for her
Why? Can I ask you why?
because I felt bad for Cameron.
Okay.
In
Okay.
that when I first scrolled in, Danny was getting irritated because Cameron was crying, and Gabby was getting mad at Danny because she was getting aggravated, and it didn't seem like Gabby really knew how to keep like that motherly instinct of keeping
Yeah.
Cameron content or happy.
Yeah.
He just let him do whatever he wanted. And I was like, because I had my first child when I was 16.
Okay.
I had to grow up fast.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that first year was tough because I was still a kid myself.
Yeah.
But I had to stand up and grow up. And I mean, I made this child. I have to take care of him. He comes before anything and everybody. And that's where she gets it wrong. She puts herself first before that
Yes.
child.
Yes.
And I understand. I understand that you have to be healthy first before you can take care of a child. And I know things happen because shit, things happened with me. But when you have a child, that child comes first.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't get to take a shower because your kid's crying and colicky and you can't put them down and you're the only one there, you don't get to take a shower.
Nope. You wait for him to go to sleep and try to take those quick 2-minute showers just to rinse off, or that's
Exactly. And, back to the point of with Cash, she studied that family. She
Oh.
watched the videos. She brought it up all the time when she was live about him, about how abusive he was to the mother.
How
And
long ago was this?
it was when Cameron was like, I would say two
Okay.
and a half,
Okay.
maybe two, somewhere around in there. But it's like she studied them.
Okay.
And she kept saying, I can't believe how many people are going in there and just watching this. Like, in the gifts that they were getting, like, this family's getting the help that they need. And that's all she's seen. She didn't
So
see
did
that.
she when did she start saying C was autistic? Like did this just start happening with it? Because I've only been watching her for when she had that miscarriage, and then she had the chemical pregnancy. I came in when she had that miscarriage because I heard her talking about her endometriosis and the things she was saying. I've heard about her. A lot of people kept telling me about her. I tried watching her. I was like, this is so boring, first of all. But then when she was going through that, saying that she was pregnant, I was kind of paying attention, but she was saying stuff about her endometriosis that I knew wasn't right. I was like, what? And that's what kind of made me start paying attention. Then she supposedly had that miscarriage. Then she had the chemical pregnancy. So I've only been around I don't know how long ago that was, but I've only been around for months. So I'm
It was
still
back
learning.
in Illinois.
Okay.
They're right. It was probably about 2023.
Okay. 2000. Okay.
But at first, if everybody that's watched her forever, she kept saying, he's not right. That's her wording. He's not right.
What?
Something's wrong with him. And that's right around the time she made the video of about the cereal schmurmer comment.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah,
what
I did see that because I've been watching old videos. And it's kind of crazy. You go back and watch these old videos, nothing has changed. C got a little older. That's it. But her attitude, the way everything is the same. It's like watching a live from now. Nothing's changed.
I can't agree with that because 2 years ago, yes, she could be cocky and vile, but it's worse now.
Okay.
It's a lot worse. I've never seen her this bad. Yes, she used to pop her happies and go for a couple days straight, but she has gotten a lot worse. Like in the last 7-8 months, she has got extremely bad.
I did hear somebody say that. I did hear somebody say how I can't remember what it was now, but they did say something was different about her. Maybe it was the same thing you were saying, like her cockiness or maybe a little more extreme. And they said something about it being like the last couple of months. So I'm wondering if it was like right when I came in, when the manic, I know, is crazy. Because I'm trying to remember what year I was watching. I was trying to find the mold situation. That's what I was trying to find.
That was right
And
before
I
they
ended
moved.
up,
Right
and that
before
was
they
in
moved.
Illinois.
Yep. Right
Okay.
before, like it was probably about 5 months, 4 months before they moved. She even had that, what she said was her words, a biopsy done on her lung because she said she had mold in her lungs.
Yes.
But it's gotten, because they moved out of one apartment that supposedly had mold, and then they went to a hotel, I believe, and then they went to the new apartment in the same complex, and then they moved. Well, then they went to the hotel for a while because that's where I had it. I stood up to her and said, "Look, if you can't put Cameron first, I'm out of here. I'm done." I mean, I even went to the point of
Oh, so you were a
making.
supporter of hers.
I was, yes.
How long
Um,
ago?
when they were, well, I mean, I quit supporting her when they were in the hotel right before they moved to Florida because
Okay.
I designed a T-shirt. I was
Okay.
going to sell the T-shirts, and all the proceeds I was going to give to her to help them get out of Illinois into Florida. And I had enough. I couldn't take it no more. And I said, "Look, if you can't do what's right by Cameron and get the hell off this app, I'm out of here. I'm done. It's getting bad." Like, and she basically said, "F you. Like, I don't give a shit. You ain't nothing to me. You're internet. Everybody on the internet is shit." Blah blah. She really said some vile things. She had supporters in there that were even friends. Well, I thought were friends of mine that came after me. They were reporting my life.
Oh my gosh.
They were sending me vile messages.
Were you the one that she took a design from?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I heard about that. I heard about that. That's okay. That's right.
Yes.
That is
And
crazy to me.
and all I wanted, because I thought the faster that she got, this was my mindset. The faster that she got to Florida, to Mimi, somebody could be looking after Cameron more. That
Right.
Cameron would be in more of a safer environment than what he was. But that's when Mimi really came out and showed her colors too.
Mm.
And, I'm just sitting back because I'm not talking to her, supporting her anymore. Well, I can't say I have messaged her
Okay.
once or twice since then and told her, you know what? I do not like you, but this is what I see. This is what's going on. Right is
Good for
right,
you.
wrong is wrong. You know? Um, and I'm not scared to tell her, look, I can't stand your ass,
Right.
blah, blah, blah.
That's what she needs. She needs somebody to say these things to her, whether they like her or not. And I'm glad that you did that because I know she don't want to hear it, but it's the truth. It's just how now when you were around, did she say that C had autism then? Or was
Yeah.
it after or starting or
That's when she was supposedly getting him tested at the
okay.
end.
Okay.
Yeah. Because he was supposedly diagnosed in Illinois
Okay.
when she was seeing all the doctors and stuff.
Right.
But it's really, I'll be honest, it's really gotten bad
That's what I've heard.
since her and Danny had that big blow up.
Yeah, I did. that whole
And
situation.
I believe that they are talking on the back end once in a while.
That's what a lot of people are saying. I don't know their relationship like that, so I just kind of, I mean, everybody seems to know so much, so I really look to you guys on a lot of information, and a lot of people will direct me to videos and things like that. But to blame the internet for their split up is just, again, another shows how completely disconnected they are and how young minded they are, because that, if you can, if we're sisters and the chat is telling us a bunch of stuff, I'm gonna get off of here, call you, and work it out. Like, I
Yeah,
don't, I don't know,
but
it's just
see,
crazy.
with D, she has her few quote mama bears.
Oh gosh,
Um,
that's
and they
creepy.
tell her like she really looks at them as a mother. And if they say jump up and down 10 times, she's going to do it whether she can do it or not. She's going to do it. Like the other day, that's why she left G's house suddenly,
Yeah.
because one of them texted her and said, "Get out of there."
You know, reading those text messages from her and whatever mod just put out you can really tell her mindset when you see those messages, and it's like, I don't want to, this might sound rude, but it's like the mommy issues. I mean, I had daddy issues my whole life. So, but like, it's like the mommy issues where she is looking for that mother figure to guide her. You know, like when I was reading those messages, I was like, wow, this is a huge insight into what she thinks and how she tries to, any older person that tries to give her any little bit of attention, she grasps onto them, and just the way she talks to him is a little creepy. Like,
Well,
I wish she'd back it up, but
she's never really had a mother figure.
yeah.
Yes, Mimi was there, but Mimi always favored G. That's why those two were always in competition. And I mean, sometimes you got to pick what's true and what's not with the both of them. And
Right.
you can definitely see that G was the favorite one and D was always pushed off to the side. So they were always in competition, and I believe that's why G got pregnant first, why she pushed that, because that's something that Mimi wanted. Um, and G always throws that in her D's face, always, always. Um, it her life is a competition, her life is a game.
Yeah.
Um, it's sad. They both need major counseling.
Yeah. 100% they do, because it just the things they went through alone, but then adding the internet onto it is so toxic for them. And whether you like them or not, they have serious, and I know you guys all know, but they seriously have severe mental issues. And they, I don't, I don't know. I'm just so confused why, if you don't like something, you change it. That's, you change the things in your life. And I feel like for Gabby, she just keeps adding on to the drama, making it worse for herself. And I feel like she's doing it on purpose for some reason. I guess the attention, but who needs attention that bad? I don't understand it.
The internet's always been there because they had a YouTube.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They had their Facebooks. So the internet's always been there. But when they got TikTok, that's when they got all of this attention. And to speed it up to now, if you really pay attention to the streamers, when they're streaming and talking, like, okay, for instance, when 3 is streaming, she'll be like, she gives examples of like, well, Gabby, you need to discipline him. You need to have structure and consistency.
Yes.
If my son did this, She's like, I would have had him outside and run back and forth, get some of that energy out.
Right.
As the punishment, run back and forth 5 times. It wasn't, but like 3 days later, that's when G had Cameron, well, get outside and run. Get
I
out.
seen her do that.
But it
Or
backfired.
heard her do that. Yeah.
Yes, but it backfired on her because she takes bits and pieces of what people say, and she's now trying to be the quote, quote, perfect mother, the perfect streamer. But it was not only 6 months ago we seen you licking a damn toilet and making out with the wall. You can't erase that stuff. But now she doesn't. It's like she thinks when she pushes that live button that when she goes live, everything from that point or before, people are not supposed to bring up.
Oh God.
When she hits that live button, she believes if she wants to talk about it and bring it up, she will. Other than that, leave it the hell alone. Do not ask, because she doesn't want to talk about it. That's like in her mind, people bullying her and people hating on her.
Yeah, she doesn't have any experience with life. How did you? I mean, she was homeschooled, so she really didn't learn anything. She didn't learn anything, like nothing at all. Not even how to communicate with people, or honestly, I don't even know how she's in a relationship. It's crazy.
Yeah, and see, she can't take advice from her sister either.
Right.
Because I know a lot of people are sitting there saying, well, D is so good with him. He sits down. They do think D knows she's on camera. She knows she's being streamed. So she's going to try to be the perfect person in
Right.
front of him. But when they lived in Illinois and she would take Cameron for a few hours, she was just like G. Aggravated as all hell.
Right.
When you come to pick this kid up, what is wrong with him?
Yeah,
Blah, blah,
because
blah.
it's easy to be good with a child for an hour. It's easy to spend time for, a half hour and then send them back to the mom. So I understand why people say that. However, one, she hasn't even been around him for a long time. I mean, she goes months without seeing him. And two, she's childlike herself. So the little snippets that we get of her being great with C is amazing for him because he's interacting with somebody and playing. But yeah, I think that if she was around him way more often, that it would be the same thing as Gabby. They're just screaming and aggravated, and it's crazy. It's crazy that Gabby acts so irritated all day long, like it's the worst life ever. And then as soon as that little boy goes to sleep, she's just like uppity and dancing and like, okay, guy. Like, I've never seen somebody want to get rid of her son so much, like have him go to sleep or whatever, so she can just be online. It's
Right,
gross.
because it was all about a competition. She wanted to have a child
Yeah.
before her sister.
I mean, does Danny even want kids?
Well, Danny don't deserve kids. She's a piece of shit. She likes to dance
Right.
on little. She likes to dance on
Right.
little girls. If you
Yeah.
danced on a little girl, you wouldn't be coming around my kids. Period.
No. Mm-mm.
And people can say whatever they want about that. She's a piece of shit. She doesn't belong around any kids. Like,
Yeah.
she called another little girl sexy. That's 2 instances on live. What you do on live, you're sure going to do 10 times worse off live. Yes, she called Karen's daughter sexy.
That shouldn't even be in the same sentence at all.
She's a piece of shit. Who lies and
Why
tries
does
to...
your brain go there? That's not
Well,
normal.
she steals money for cancer too.
I heard about that. I did hear about that because
She's no better than G. So Cameron going to her would be one of the worst things possible.
Oh yeah, no, I 100%. I do not think that that should ever happen. To be honest with you, I don't even think that Mimi would be a good option at this point because look at them. And where is Mimi at? Where is she at? Like, I get it, they're grown, they're adults, but where does Mimi come in this situation? Because let me tell you something. If I was on here acting a fool, I would get. My mom wouldn't even need to step in. My sisters would step in. My brothers, you know what I'm saying? My best friend would step in. Like, but I know she don't have nobody but like Mimi and her sister, but neither one of them are stepping in. I know Danny like talks some shit sometimes, but where's Mimi at?
But
Like, what the hell?
she's not worried because it's all a skit. It's all
Oh,
for
that's
fun.
right.
It's
You
just
shouldn't be allowed to do that. You should not be on here and then CPS comes and you tell them it's a skit. You should not be able to do that. Having a child and seeing all that, and even if it was a skit, let's just pretend for a second it was a skit, you're still affecting your child. That child doesn't know it's a skit. You shouldn't be allowed to do
If
that.
it's a skit, why the hell are you tearing your son's ass apart on live? We could
Right.
hear it.
It's crazy that you would even say that. It's crazy that anybody would even believe that. And does her supporters know that that's what she tells everybody that's not on this app, like CPS or the police or whatever? Do they know that she tells them it's a skit? Because some people are falling for it. Like, I don't know. It's crazy.
You have to remember, she tells people what she wants them to know. She shows them what she wants to show them. Just like her counselors and psychiatrists. They only see one side of it.
Yeah.
And that's her side. To where it shows that she's perfect and everybody else are assholes and just bullying her. They don't see our side. You can't tell me that DCS or whatever it is, or their counselors, check out some of the videos on our side or whatever and be like, what? No.
I also, but you know what? I feel like if I'm a counselor or a therapist or whatever, and I hear this woman come in and constantly blame everybody else, always have excuses, I feel like hopefully they should be educated to know, like, no, that's not how it goes. That's not how the world works. You got to take some accountability. But I don't know. I don't even think she's even seeing like a therapist or a counselor or anything. I don't think she does any of it. I mean, maybe she does, but I know she lies to them and probably.
You got to remember, and I'm not trying to be rude. I'm speaking facts. She's on the state insurance.
Yeah, she is.
It's easier, and I know this. It's easier for doctors to come in there for 5 minutes, listen to your spiel quick, and get you out the front door, give you whatever medicine they think is going to shut you up and keep you out of there.
Right.
Because regardless, they get paid.
Yep.
And it's easier for them to get them out and get the next patient in. You can't have a good session in 5 minutes. You just can't.
Right. No, you're right.
Some doctors are like that. Some doctors are sketchy. They're going to give you whatever medicine you want and shut you up or close to what you want. Because regardless, they get paid for the visit. They get a commission off the types of medicines that they give. I mean, yeah. But, all right. I'm going to let somebody else up. But yeah, I just wanted to come out. If you got any questions,
Yes.
you are more than welcome to message me. Another good one is Thunk. She's been around. And also find out she has been around.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you.
Find out knows probably she's one of the top 10 people on this app that knows the most about Gabi, honestly.
Okay.
All right. Well, have a good night.
You too. Thank you. All right. Let me see. I know there was other people up here. I'm sorry. I forgot. I know I'm so horrible. Hold on. Oh, wait. Okay, it says connecting. Hello? Hello? Okay. I'm sorry I was reading a lot of your messages, a lot of your comments. I was reading as I went, and short bus. Oh, no, that's okay. That's okay. I know that happens. I know a lot of people hit it by mistake. Okay, so it's connecting.
Hey there.
Hey.
I was going to say, I see a lot of people mentioning Munchausen by proxy, and I
Oh,
thought that initially for a while, but
yeah.
I've stepped away from that because if it truly was Munchausen by proxy, there would be a whole lot of doctor's appointments going on.
Yeah.
I mean, think about Gypsy Rose and what happened with
Hmm.
that. You know, one diagnosis on a sticker up on a screen is not enough for it to
Right.
be Munchausen by proxy. Um,
Right.
I did post on my page definitions, but you can look it up. I
Okay.
had Googled, the signs of narcissism, what it's like to be raised by a narcissistic mother, and what are the behaviors of a
Yeah.
child that's being physically and emotionally abused. And they read like a textbook of the things
Really?
we say about her and about Cam, especially the behavior part. It's
Okay.
just, I mean, it's like somebody was describing them, the definitions I got. So, yeah, her biggest thing is narcissistic personality disorder. Because what I had originally looked up was I was curious because I'm like a psychological hobbyist or whatever. I'm into
Yeah.
human psychology, and I had Googled is narcissism biological or environmental, and it can be both. You can be
Okay.
predisposed to having some doctors say an actual difference in the structure of the brain and be a narcissist, but you can also, just by your environment and the way you're raised, can create a narcissist.
Yeah.
And I think they were raised by a narcissist.
Mm.
The odds that they had a 16-year-old mother who allegedly had a drug addicted boyfriend and that she wasn't also participating in some of the substance abuse that her boyfriend allegedly had is pretty low. I'm thinking she probably did.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
so they've got that compounded thing. They had the old granny raising them, who probably didn't want to raise them, but felt like she had to. Who knows what kind of discipline was handed out because it's Bible Belt Mimi. Um, and a lot of those people are, they're pretty, what's the word I'm trying to think of? They're just pretty into corporal punishment.
Right.
The Bible stuff, spare the
Right.
rod, spoil the child, all that.
Yeah.
My grandparents were like that. My
Yeah.
mother was like that. I had to
Right.
teach her that no, you didn't teach me to respect you. You taught me to fear you. You taught
Right.
me to lie to avoid
Yeah.
consequence. You taught me a lot of crap that I had to unlearn.
Yes.
Um, and the problem with those two is they never unlearned it. Then they have abandonment issues on top of it.
They do.
And I think
Absolutely.
that Mimi, clearly she pays their bills, so whenever they were misbehaving, she did whatever it took to shut them up, which wasn't necessarily the positive things to do. Like
No,
every
she gave
kid
him no
craves
tools. She gave him
structure
no
and
tools to go out
discipline.
their life.
Right. And then she artificially built them up.
Yeah.
Anybody that has a problem with you is just jealous
Yeah. Oh my
because you
God.
two are so beautiful and so talented, and you're all going to be Disney princesses. And they believed it.
Yeah. No, they still
And then they got
do.
pulled out of school, so they never had peer consequences.
Yeah.
They don't
No, you're
know
right.
what's normal because
Nope.
they weren't able to have those conversations with their peers about, what's it like in your house. And I bet they never had sleepovers with friends. And
Oh,
the only
you're
people they
right.
had to play with was each other.
Yeah.
And
Oh
then don't
gosh.
get me started on all those schmexual crap because there's some
Yeah.
element of that in their upbringing somewhere.
Has to be. It
There
has to
has
be.
to be because they come off like P3DOs to me.
Yes. No, no, you're right. And I honestly, I have thought that she is a narcissist. Just, I've been thinking that for a while. And I hate to use it so much because it is so watered down. But I noticed a lot of people like Gabby or like Lori, they just, I don't know. And maybe that's a
Yeah,
problem.
there's
Maybe they
never
just are.
accountability. There's
Yeah,
never
never.
self-reflection. They're
Nope.
always a victim or a martyr, and that's all
Yep.
described in that crap that I looked up.
Yes. Always
Yeah, that the
manipulating and
narcissist will be a
gaslighting
victim
and
or a martyr. They'll
yep.
claim they're being a martyr, like her with her, I'm going to stay online no
Yeah.
matter what happens to my family because I'm going to
Right.
fight to beat the bullies. Good luck,
Yeah.
bitch. Bullies have been around for thousands of years.
Yep. Yeah. Real
Like, you're not going to
bullies.
get rid of them.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I don't know. Somewhere in her head, this makes sense to her. But yeah, I genuinely think that she is a narcissist, and just some of the things she does too and says, I'm just like, oh gosh, just
And then
yes,
the searching out of attention, whether positive or negative.
yeah.
Cam's doing the same thing. That child,
Mhm.
I don't even think he has ADHD. He gets involved in his little games and he plays until she gaslights him or instigates
Yeah,
him or
he
bugs him.
does.
Like he's
You're
just
right.
quiet and playing.
Yeah, because he'll go in his room
Yeah.
by himself for so long that I'm like, wait a second, has she even checked on him? Like I forget. I'm watching and then shutting the door and letting him just, I don't
Or
know.
how many times would you have to open a door in your house with a butter knife before you change the effing knob?
Never. Wouldn't even have locks on my doors with my kids.
Right.
Like, especially because he gets into so much things. Like, I
And
don't
she knows he's going
understand.
to. I don't even know how she laid there. That video with the dog about took me out. Like
Yeah,
you're laying right there and he's kicking this poor dog and
right,
pushing this dog
exactly.
that's got a dangling tumor, Karen. Like
Oh,
get
I
it cut
I
off
would
or
love
wrap
to
it in a
talk to
bandage.
Karen because I
Yeah,
don't.
what is wrong with Karen? She's got
I,
an empty head.
I'm assuming that she can't make friends, or that's why she holds on to Gabby, because I don't understand it. And you know, the the
Oh,
last straw was
shut
the whole
up.
dog
Wait,
thing.
Casey Comfy Coloring. Get her. That's spread. That is not the right profile for Casey Comfy Coloring. That is spread.
Okay, hold on.
She's saying you're
Oh,
all so
spread. Would you
jealous.
like to come up here?
Yeah,
You
why
can
don't you
grab a
grab a
box.
box spread?
You can
Because
grab
you're
a
about the
box.
most vile person on here.
I have somebody at home. I wanted to check who was up here because if it was the
Casey
same.
Comfy Coloring, the original, has at the end of her account the original or the actual one. It
Okay.
says that
Okay.
in her account. This is a clone
Um,
account.
Italy lady, I don't know if you meant to hit the request, but I'm gonna let you up next.
Nobody is jealous of Gabby, I can tell you that. Whoever you are using that profile. Okay. Nobody is jealous of Gabby.
No, and this live is for anybody, any Gabby supporters to grab a box. So instead of just typing in the chat, just it's so much easier to speak with me. Just grab a
Yes, it is.
box.
That's why I did it. I just couldn't type everything I wanted to say.
Okay, Italy lady. I didn't know. I wanted to make sure.
It was absolutely spread.
Well,
All
I
right.
don't understand why. What, like, if you're making all these accounts and you're trying to prove a point, why wouldn't you get in a box? What?
She's mentally sick too. Anybody that goes out of their way to support all these vile human beings has got something wrong with them. That's just my
Yeah.
opinion.
No, I agree. I completely agree.
I'll just try to say my opinion and allegedly, because
yeah, exactly. But if you're gonna be supporting all these people, stand 10 toes down.
yeah,
and
have a
speak.
reason.
Get in a
Tell
box.
us. Maybe you can bring us all over to your side, Spread. Tell us
Right.
what your
Right.
thinking is behind your ideas.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Okay, so I'm going to jump down for the next person
Okay.
because I have a tendency to rattle on. But thanks.
No,
And that's
thank
it.
you. I appreciate you.
Okay, I know how to get down.
Oh, okay. Let me try. I'm gonna try again. Oh, you did it. Okay, awesome. Yay. I keep missing the account. Oh, that's my phone. What was she saying? I was trying to catch it and then I lost it, and I know she is everywhere. 7 toes down. 7 toes down. And it shouldn't. All right, hold on, let me see. I wanted to see what she was saying. She caught that quick. You're good, watcher, because I don't know how I missed it. I was trying to keep up with the comments, but sometimes they go super fast. All right. Oh, I can't find her messages now. There's way too many. Oh, Brandy. You want to grab a box, Brandy? You want to talk? You can grab a box. They're open. Oh, what'd that say? Brandy. Hi. Typing is a lot. Just grab a box. Well, if it is, she can come up too. I don't understand. Like, please don't come in here talking about we sound like schoolgirls, but you can't get in a box to talk to me like an adult. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's silly. I mean, it's crazy. If you're gonna defend somebody, then defend them. That's completely fine. But you can't defend them enough to grab a box and talk about it? But we're being childish? That the thinking of some of you people is just baffling to me. Like, I don't. It's the whole reason why I did the live. So that way people who support Gabby can come up and have a conversation with me. That's an adult thing to do, right? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just me, you know? Oh, we got a Kayla too. I missed that. You guys are good at these comments. So let me tell you. What did Kayla say? Let me see if I can find it. Kayla, I don't know what you were saying, but you can grab a box too. Like, I'm not trying to attack people. I'm not. What have I said that was rude or mean or whatever? I've honestly we've just been talking about the past and what we see. Just grab boxes. You can hit the button and, you know? Why though? Like, why wouldn't you grab a box? Do you want me to? I'll shut up. I don't know how, but I will try. I will shut off the comments if you take a box. If that makes you feel better. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, if I genuinely thought that my friend was being bullied or if that she was in the right, I would stand up for her 100%. But you not taking a box and then coming in here and attacking people just makes it seem like that she's not doing good, that she's being not a good person or a good mother. Oh, it's connecting. Hi. Hello? Petty, do you know you grabbed the box? No? Okay, I don't think she realized it. I mean, even if it is G on another account, just grab a box. What are we doing? Let me see, hold on. She didn't request, guys. I mean, I haven't been mean this whole time. I mean, I'm not like an intimidating person. I'm behind a screen. I can't physically harm you. So I don't. No, she won't be attacked. I'm not gonna attack her. But I'm also not stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna try to gaslight me. If we can have a back and forth, I ask a question, you answer. You ask a question, I answer. Did I break that down? Was that, you know? Exactly. Watcher, I can be mean, but I'm not. I don't have a reason to. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody is giving me like a reason, but you coming in here and then saying all the things is a bit childish. She might not be. Yeah, she might not be. Well, I mean, she was on Instagram. Well, I can go over on Instagram. If she's not allowed on TikTok, we can head over to Instagram. Like I don't know what the difference is of TikTok and Instagram. It's still the internet. It's still going live. All right, it's connecting. Hello?
Huh?
Hello?
Hello?
Hi. Oh,
Hi, do you hear me?
I hear you. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Amy B, if you requested, you'll be up next. All right, what's up?
I can't hear myself.
Oh, I don't. You're not going to be able to hear yourself.
Oh. Okay,
Yeah.
I've never done this before. So.
Okay, no, you're good.
Okay, so I don't know, a couple of the comments that I just remembered, I just want to clear up. So
Okay.
I'm not Gabi. Definitely
Okay.
not.
Good to know.
Yeah. And I don't support her either. So I'm really I'm confused as to why your commenters see. This is what I guess annoys me with the Gabi community, as I should say. I got all these people following me now. It's so funny. Like y'all are like.
Wait, but you know what? I don't think you're the Kayla because the Kayla that came in didn't have a picture.
Oh, yes,
oh, you are? You put a picture up?
No, I've had it up.
Oh, I didn't see the picture. Did anybody else see the picture? Because when you kept coming up, there was no picture.
Your mom, Sweet Pea, and.
Wait, what?
And?
What I'm? You did see a picture? I didn't see a picture. I was the only one. Okay, so you're not a G supporter.
Oh,
Why do people?
I'm a child. I'm 38 years old, babe. Just because I sound young doesn't mean that I'm a child.
I mean, I see your picture. She's not a child.
I'm not a child.
Okay, so why do people think that you're a G supporter? What happened?
Because I came in and I saw the comments and people were stating it as fact, not saying it's my opinion, but they were literally saying she's not seeing a therapist, she's not doing and I just don't like when y'all say she's not doing this or she's not doing that. Like, just say it's my opinion that she's not doing. That's all. I don't think she's a good mom. I think she's a horrible fucking person. She's a horrible sister. She's a horrible fucking significant other. She's a horrible pet parent. She's absolutely awful. But y'all don't have to then you don't have to add lies onto it. That's my only point. That's all I said.
Okay, and I understand that. However, it's in here while we're conversating and everything. To say it's my opinion after every single comment is a little crazy. But I understand where you're coming from.
So? You think that stating stuff as fact is okay?
Is that what I said?
I'm not saying, ma'am, girl. Okay, you're not reading all the comments.
I am reading the comments. They're right on my screen. I see them right here.
When you were talking to the other woman, you weren't.
Okay, so what did I've They go very fast. I catch what I can.
Right, and all I'm telling you is the comments that I caught were people stating things as fact. That's all I was saying. That's it. That's all. And they all jumped on me, like they all do. Because if you don't agree with every single thing that they say, you're automatically a G supporter. You're automatically like just this horrible fucking person. No! Like, if y'all want to think that about me, go ahead. I truly, from the bottom of my fucking heart, I could care less. I don't make videos on here. I don't care. But like, if this is all your opinion, then maybe all of you should state that. Because I'm reading these comments and it's really wishy-washy. You guys don't make sense.
I don't make sense, or the comments don't make sense?
I'm talking about the comments, ma'am.
Okay.
You're fine. You're doing great.
Oh, well, thank you.
I'm not saying that you're doing anything wrong whatsoever, because you're not. You've been nothing but respectful.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Listen, if this gets you this worked up, maybe, and listen, I'm not being rude. I'm an honest person. Sometimes people take me the wrong way, but if it gets you that worked up, maybe this isn't the community for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it stresses you out like that, like, I get it. There's things that people say in the comments, and if I catch them, I will address it. Right. But anytime I start feeling like I can't fucking take this, I back away. Like, sometimes Gabi, I can't watch her all the time because she enrages me at times, and I will back away from her and not even watch her for a while. But I get it. I understand that not everyone's you can't please everybody, right? And I get that there's probably people that say, oh, this, that, and that. And I try to say, like, look, I don't think she's going to therapy. The reason why I don't think that is because she's on live all the time. And if she was going to any type of therapy, she would throw it in everybody's faces. You know what I'm saying? And that's probably why they say that. But it's a lot harder to type all of that out than to actually be like where I am to be able to say that. You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense. You're right. That makes sense.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to let you see it from a different perspective. That's all. I understand why you feel that way, because a lot of times when somebody does put something in the comments, people can take it and run with it. And I don't want that to happen, you know? So I was just trying to,
No,
just
I
show
get it. You're right. And I should probably take comments more with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
I do disagree that it upsets me as much as you think that it does. I think that my temperament gets a little up there, and maybe it goes to like an 8 or maybe even a 10 when it should be a 3. I get it. But G pisses a lot of people off, myself included. And I think that it can get to like a hot like temperature, I guess. And like the comments added, like,
I know.
And
look, I know they can be brutal. Listen, I know. And for everybody in the comments, try to be mindful of, ask her a question. Why do you, and I don't, and like, I did not see every comment because I can't.
Scruples. Why should I take a break from what? What am I taking a break from? Long lost scruples? What should I take a break from? I just want to
I think she was saying the same thing that I was saying, like, if it gets you that worked up. And listen, I know you don't know me, but I used to get worked up very, very quickly, and a lot of times it wasn't online, it was in real life. You know what I'm saying? I had to work on that a lot because I got myself in a whole lot of trouble. But these are people on the internet, and even in comment sections, you got to be careful, because as soon as somebody thinks you're a Gabi supporter, which, hey, I want the Gabi supporters here so I can talk to them. So let's not attack them, because we want them to come up here. We want them to come up here and speak, but none of them have so far.
No, none. Not a single person?
No. Wow. No.
Okay, well, I hope that they do.
Me too. Me too.
I will give you your box and your space back, and I do apologize.
Thank you for coming up here.
if I made anybody upset, you included, it wasn't my intention. I promise you it wasn't. I think that like we can all get kind of heated in comments, and maybe I do need to take a step back, and I'm super good with that. So
Okay.
Tiffany, you know, all the comments about K bye, y'all are the one that wanted me up here. It's so funny.
We did. I
You
asked
all
her to go up here.
wanted
She
me
got up here.
But now
Hey,
it's
y'all
okay,
gotta give her
bye.
the respect
Okay,
that she actually
bye.
got in the box. She actually got in the box.
All
A lot of people
you
don't.
that like called me that I was so scared, and she's so scary, and she's G. Now what? Eat your words. Eat all of them. All of them. Because you all sound real dumb. And you're let me just stop. I'm going to let you go, ma'am. I hope you have a really good night.
You too. Thank you for coming up here. I do appreciate it.
No problem.
All right, let's see. There's somebody else up here. Let me see. I didn't want to bring anybody else up in the box. Well, to be honest with you, I'm still learning how to do the box thing. So a bunch of people talking at once, I might not be good at it, you know? So that's why I'm bringing one person up at a time. I'm sorry if Sandy, do you know that you, I'm going to accept it just to see. I don't know if she might not have been, she might have accidentally hit it, but I'm going to see. Hello? Sandy? Sandy. Oh. Sandy, do you not know you were in a box? I'm going to disconnect you just in case. All right, hold on. Okay, I have Maggie and Sarah. I hope you guys know you. We're going to get in a box because Maggie's coming up now. Tina is here? Who's Tina?
Hey,
Hi.
how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I was gonna tell you, God, I'll catch flack on this, but I reached out to Gabby personally.
Okay.
I talked to her and tried to talk to her face to face.
Okay.
I'm 50, almost 58 years old, mom of 4, grandma of 14. Had my kids at 15 and 17. So I knew if Gabby would listen, I had a lot to offer.
I get it.
As far as wisdom, growth, responsibility, the things it takes to be a good parent. Because I've been there, done that, lived through some difficult times. But my kids made it out all okay. They're all very intelligent, great jobs, beautiful grandchildren. But we communicated first by face. And she seemed to just kind of grin, smile, not really say much. All she wanted to talk about was the bully side.
Oh, it
She
consumes
didn't
her.
want to talk about like what could help her. And then, I tried to reach out by text to some things that I was willing to put my time and energy, and I am one of those people. I'm kind and I get sucked into helping people that I see are in a bad spot.
Right.
That I see something that maybe could be fixed. Not because I'm trying to push you to be fixed. I don't think anybody's trying to push Gabby that way. But we see things that she could do so much better.
Yes.
That baby is undisciplined. He is 4.5 years old. You have from 0 to 6, basically, to define their brain, what it's going to be as they grow up. That little baby is so confused.
I know.
There is no way he can know whether he is. I take care of 2 mentally handicapped people that are my family members. I don't see that in Cam. I see no discipline, like taking the iPad for 30 seconds and handing it right back.
Yes.
You can't do that. A 4.5-year-old shouldn't even have the iPad unless you're sitting right there with them, practicing numbers, letters. But she stopped speaking. She stopped responding. So that's what I want to say is I don't know if she truly wants help, because you've seen her on Instagram saying, everybody hates her, nobody likes her, everybody wants to bully and harass her. I do not believe that's the case. People are trying to reach out with their words on here, which can be confusing. One time I went in her box and I got blocked immediately and never was allowed in again because I said, you need mental health help. And I was serious from my heart. It wasn't to be mean.
Right.
But she just will not listen. I mean, I did it with the kindest intentions. And I don't know no other way you could reach out to somebody like her. If she won't listen to a kind person who has it in, her best interest at heart, whether she, even with her crazy stuff she does online, I was willing. One day I just said, I can't watch it no more without saying something, because I'm just one of those people. And I told her, I'm blunt and honest. There's things about me you won't like. I will hurt your feelings because I will tell you the truth. If you're acting up, I'm going to tell you you're acting up. I'm not going to sit here.
And that's what she needs.
I will not mealy mouth her. I just don't do that. I'm too old for that mess. But that's all I wanted to say is, I made an attempt to reach out personally behind this app without, anyone knowing. And I don't think nobody on here really would know me. So, if she still wanted to reach out to me, I'm always here to give her just gentle advice on. I see a lot of things she could do with Cam. Like when my kids were 4 to 5, probably even up to 6, I was still bathing them to make sure they got all their nooks and crannies and washing their hair and conditioning their hair. I never allowed them in the bathtub alone because they didn't know how to do it by themselves. The iPad is detrimental to his mind. He needs to be. We made slime with my granddaughters last weekend, and I was so frustrated. I told him, I said, it's going to be a month before we do this again, because we had slime falling in the floor. We had slime all over our shirts. They had it on the smocks, the table, but they had fun. And they were so excited to do the slime because they loved doing it. So those little things she could do to interact with him is so important. And I don't think she sees it. She wants him to go hide in that room, leave her alone, and let her put her face in that screen. Because there's a video up of her today saying, it's not going to be justice for Cam. It's justice for me, me, me.
Yeah.
And she means that.
Oh, she does. Yes,
That's
she does.
the sad part. That's where I think it's the responsibility of the people that are working with her now, the professionals, to force her to take accountability. Because if they don't, I believe it's truly going to fail this child, because I don't think they went from school to homeschool in 4th grade. Now, did Mimi structure them and make them learn? Nope. I pretty much would say no.
No.
You can tell it by the vocabulary, the way they speak, the way they act, both of them. And that is very sad. And in some ways, I take that part off of them.
Right.
That was a parenting error.
It was.
Really bad. So that's why I think, like, if Gabby would take the grace from someone, she could learn so much and go so far. But she's going to have to be willing to say, I'm ready to do the work, to truly go inside my soul and search who I want to be, who I am, what are my morals, my values, my true authentic self. I don't think she knows anything about that, of being an authentic person.
Nope.
I mean, with a lot of care, a lot of heart. None of us are perfect. Because, buddy, I can lose my temper with my kids if they mess with my grandkids or something. I'm granny. I can lose my temper with them and tell them, you're not doing this, especially my granddaughters. You don't mess with them.
Yes.
Because we all get riled up about things. But
Right.
Gabby gets riled up even with the kindest of gestures. And that's where she's faltering by losing all these people that are on her TikTok. She has so many people that want to help her, have tried
Yeah.
and tried, mods that have tried and left. I don't see how she don't see it. And I don't know what we can do as, a community to get her to understand it is not to hurt you. We don't like the way you come at us with your ugliness back, that we're all at fault because we know better. We're not that
Yes.
dumb. That's a
No.
narcissistic thing she can't help because she is a narcissist. She needs to get rid of that, change her heart to just a good person, just a good soul, and try to do better. And that's what I always tell her, do better.
Yeah.
I mean, what else do you do? But that's my 2 cents of me, But knowing I reached out to her privately and I was disappointed because it doesn't seem like if you're not going to yes her on every single thing,
Yeah.
yes, you're right, Gabby. Yes, they're doing this to you, Gabby. Yes, you're parenting him perfect, Gabby. She don't want to hear it.
No.
All right, that's how I feel by personally
No. That's how I
knowing.
feel too. That's how
Yeah.
I feel too.
And that's the sad part.
Yeah, and I know she didn't appreciate you reaching out to her, but I do. I appreciate that you reach out to her behind the scenes. Nobody knew, and you genuinely
Yeah.
tried. Because, and I'm so sorry you were disappointed because I know people who have had experience or just want to genuinely help because they're genuinely a good person,
Good person.
and having that disappointment because you have so much good advice and you've been there and you just want to pass it along to somebody and she didn't receive it, and I'm sorry that she didn't. I wish she would have because she needs it so desperately bad.
Right.
And it's I keep hearing this from people that they've tried and she's not listening. Like you said, if you're not saying yes to everything, she don't want to hear it, and that is her downfall to everything. And
that's
it's hard to
keeping it
admit when you're wrong
offline
sometimes.
is very respectful. That I went to her personally,
I agree.
privately, had no intentions of telling anyone I had ever even spoke to her.
Right.
I was really doing it for her.
Right.
As try to be a friend, even though whether she deserved it or not, because I believe we all sometimes, or certain people, I wouldn't say I ever got that bad, but need someone,
Right.
that if you're
Yeah.
willing to take the help, I'm here to give you the help and the advice. But she chatted, it just all seemed to be like she was confused. Everything I said, she would react in confusion of like she didn't understand what I was trying to say. And it's like, come on. And then she
Yeah.
just quit responding. And I didn't reach out to her maybe 3 times. And once she didn't respond back, I quit. Because I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want you to feel that I'm trying to come through the TikTok streets to your personal life.
Right.
I reached out to her and we did a face-to-face call, a FaceTime call.
Oh.
And I got to talk to her for a few minutes. But I couldn't sense that she wanted much out of it.
Yeah.
Other than maybe she likes people to go around and find people she can attack. That's kind of her thing. She wants you to help her with that side.
That's kind of crazy from somebody who's being so bullied online. You wouldn't think that she would want that type of
It's
attention
a bully,
from somebody else.
a person speaking about bullying.
Right.
That's
Especially
what
when
that is.
she's like, I'm doing it for all the people that's being bullied. But then
Yeah.
you're sending people to go.
Well, you can tell on her live she's bullying
Yeah.
or
No, I know.
rage dating or whatever
Yep.
you want to call it, because I'm too old to know all these terms. But I can see what she's doing because I'm what I call an empath. I feel people's energy. I can feel, I can sense who you are when you walk up to me,
Yeah.
whether you're good or bad.
Right.
And I pretty well quickly see that you either belong in my life or you don't. And I'm
Yes.
super selective to who I pick. So for me
Yeah.
to have reached out to her is really, crazy to me because I thought, well, here I go doing what I do. I tried to help someone for like 5 years and I finally cut her off and she was shocked. I said, girl, I've tried for 5 years to help you. This was someone else. I said, and you've not changed anything. And
Yeah.
you take my soul from me when you drop all your burdens on me and then you leave and go have a great time. That's not a two-way friendship.
No.
You're
No,
using
it's not.
me and I'm done with it. So that was kind of what I knew I was getting into if I did this.
Right.
Was it was
Right.
going to be a very difficult path
Yeah.
because I'm just older. But I don't even think she wants it. And that's sad. I don't even
No.
think after this event, I don't think she's still bucking.
Yep.
And I feel that's not going to help her. It's going to be a very detrimental thing to her if she don't wake up and see that this could go really bad really fast because they
Yeah.
have decisions they can make that will just disrupt her life more than it has to be.
Mm-hmm.
That's the sad part. She don't have to let it be this way.
No, she
There
doesn't.
could be a totally different ending even with her social media life. She
Yes.
just needs to wake up
Yes, I
and
agree. And
realize
that's
it.
and that's I've said it before, like she could have so much support,
Yes.
and if she changed things around,
And
so
be
many
honest.
and
Yeah.
yes, yes, and people will still remember all the shitty things she did,
Yeah.
but if she changed it, actually showed some progress, like
Everybody would be
accountability goes
proud
a
and
long
grateful.
way.
Yeah.
It's I
Yeah.
don't she could have a lot of support
It
and
would
she could
benefit her
rebuild a new
more than she
community.
has now
Exactly. Yeah.
because you see the change, you see the hard work she
Yep.
will have to put in, and
Yes.
it would benefit her. I mean, it's a win-win for her, but she's
Yeah.
got to wake up. I mean,
Yeah.
she's really got to pull her head out of her butt because I got a son that's her age, and he's a little handful, but he's not that. He's not a narcissist. He's kind, but he has his own little things. So I deal with a kid similar to her but different.
Right.
But I don't know what we're all gonna do. I know there's so many people that truly want to help, even the
I
ones
know.
that she thinks is her bullies.
Right.
They're not trying to bully her. They're
Yeah.
trying to get her to wake up,
Yeah. Well,
and
she
she
lumps
doesn't
us
want
all
to.
into one big group. Like I'm not saying that she doesn't get hate. I'm not
There's
saying that
some,
she
yes.
doesn't get
I have
shitty
give her some
comments.
information on the ones that I know from a case of a little lost girl that there is a group that had come into her about a month or two ago, and it's from that group.
Okay.
And I don't think they're any good. And I
Right.
told her to beware of those because they are not good people.
Right.
But other than that, your normal daily like you. I won't say all the names, but everybody here knows who those names are. The people that are really truly they're standing up for themselves, but they're also giving her good advice at the same time.
Right.
She's just not listening, and she takes those people to be the top echelon of her bullies,
Yeah,
and
I
that's
know.
not true.
I know.
It's not true. And I
Yeah.
think people know that, but nobody really knows what to do to try to help her. So, but I don't know how to get out of the box.
Okay. I'll get
But
you
it
out.
was
I think I've learned it
nice
now.
talking to
So,
you. I enjoy your
well, thank you.
videos.
Oh,
You're
thank
very
you.
classy.
Thank you. I never know how people are going to take it, so
Yeah,
I
I love
appreciate
your
that.
bluntness and you're classy about it. So that's
Thank
good.
you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming up.
Hey, you're welcome.
All right, let's see. All right, let me see down here. Okay, Sarah. Miss Sarah.
Hi. I just wanted to
Hi.
say that to me it makes me angry. I came in on the G stuff not long ago, and I've seen the hard work that all of these people have put in. I'm not saying
Yes.
everybody does it for the right reasons, but 90%, in my opinion, do. And for someone to get up here and tell every one of them they're dumb, that is just frustrating. And I think the credit for all of the hard work that these people have put in, taking time away from their families and everything to help Cam and bring awareness is just not enough. But that's all I wanted to say.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
I know it, everything. It's frustrating, and like I said before, I know she gets, she will get hate, and there might be bad messages, but it's not all of us. It's not over here. Like I know some of my videos I can pop off or say, but it just gets so frustrating when the solution seems so easy and common sense. And I have to realize that not everybody has those things, but all of the advice that people are giving you is good advice. And when you hear the same advice over and over and over again, you have to at some point be like, oh, wait a second. And you know what? I think that she obviously knows something, because if she heard, who was it? Was it 3 or 5? She heard one of the Fearless accounts. She heard her say, go have your son run off that energy. And then a day or two later, or whatever it was, she had him try to go run off his energy. So you could take that advice. Look how simple that was. Why not take all of it? Why not try? Why not just try something that you hear all of us say all the time? You can't, it's better than what you're doing now. I don't, yeah, you listened to that one thing, which was good. Yeah. And we're not saying have your son go run outside like in the middle of the night. Have him run off his energy throughout the day. Find a game that's going to work that energy out. Like, it's really not that hard. I mean, maybe not for some people. I don't know. Oops. Pushing things. I don't know what the heck I'm pushing. Okay. And quit giving them junk all the time. Okay, so I don't know. For the person who, hold on. I don't even know if I should read it out loud. Is Sarah spoiled? I don't know. I'm not going to speculate. I have some thoughts. However, I try to be, and I might not be good at it, but I try to be careful with what I say, because I know that somebody can take something I say or take my opinion and go running with it, and I don't want that to happen. When it's my opinion, I will say this is, I think, or in my opinion, or and a lot of times when I have an opinion about something that I think is going to happen, it's just based off of her behaviors that she's been displaying for a long time. But I don't know what happened. And I was really hoping that she would take this time off. I know it was a fat chance. I know, but I can pray and hope. I just, when I seen her go live on the IG, or when I seen somebody post it, I was disappointed. Even though I knew she was going to come back to the app, I don't know why she thought going over there was going to be any different, or I don't know why she thinks that CPS can't see her going live on a different app. Don't change the app. Change your behavior. It's like you're missing something. I don't know. It's weird. Yeah. Well, I know she was posting the pictures, and you see how she was doing that? You see how she was doing that? Like, where she was taking a picture of the bearded dragon, and you could see the baby in the background. Now, those could be old pictures for all we know, right? But if they were not old pictures, she did that on purpose to prove a point. That's what she was doing. She is very, regardless on if we think she's educated or not, she's calculated. She's very good at thinking how she's going to manipulate. Now, personally, I don't think she's good at manipulating. However, there are people that will fall for it. Doesn't make them dumb. Doesn't, you know what I'm saying? Some people are just a little more naive, and that is okay. That's why people like me and all the people out here put out, you know, what we do. So that way, if you do fall into that, there's people like us that are like, hey, look over here, because that's not right. Gabby, every single person that came up here, all they did was say how they wanted to help you, or they just want you to get help, pointed out your behavior. Nobody came up here and said, F this bitch, and da da da. Nobody, like, you have to stop lumping us all in to this group. There are several different communities that cover you. And even though sometimes a lot of the people in the chat are in each community, you're missing it. There's communities, I don't even know who they are. And I see that all of a sudden they're like, I found this person, or this person's been sending me this Gabi girl for a while now. You're getting way bigger. Infamous, not famous. You're getting more infamous all around the internet. Communities we don't even know are saying the exact same thing as we're saying. I see videos where I see some of these people post things and I'm like, she's absolutely right. That's exactly what I think. That's because a lot of us are parents. I was taught if I wasn't doing something right, I had somebody correct me. I'd rather be corrected than continuing to do it wrong over and over and over again. And then my son has the effects of that. You know what I'm saying? So Tina. Oh, that's right. I totally forgot. Who was Tina? Wait, was it Tina? Were you guys saying Tina? I didn't want to interrupt, so I didn't want to be rude. There was somebody, they said it was Gabby's mod. I figured she'd request, but, you know, I'm not going to force her. Lamia. That's me. Oh, she's not a mod any longer. Okay. Did she just stop being a mod? It's not me, okay? Tina's a superstar. It's not Tina's a superstar. Okay. Oh, that's why you were saying, okay. I got it. So did she just stop being a mod? Oh, just a very recent. Okay. When Mel left. Okay. So that means she's lost 3 mods. Oh, bye 5. Good night. I appreciate you so much. So she's lost 3 mods in like a month. Yeah. Mod number 30 at this point. Yeah. I wonder how many mods she's actually went through. Because that's, you know, she does go through them quick. And, you know, I wonder, does she really think to herself, like, these mods just fall into or believe everybody else? Like, it doesn't cross her mind that she might be the problem. I already know that answer, so I don't even know why I even say it. It's just crazy to me. I still try to wrap my mind around it, but is Nicole still her mod? Oh, Nicole. I think I know. Oh, wait. I might be thinking of the wrong person, but I think it's the same person. AJ is a mod that pops up in every often. Okay. Miffy, was that Miffy? I think it said Miffy. She had she said she had a meeting at like an abuse clinic for C, and then she had posted a post that said, here, you know, this was the last straw, basically. And then she's just been posting videos and stuff. So she was basically trying to say that she was done, but she's gonna fight behind the scenes. However, she has posted a couple of things, and she went live on Instagram. Now, when that happened, I mean, I'm sure you noticed I wasn't posting nothing about her. I posted that last video, and even though it's only been like a day or 2 or 3, I was like, okay, I'm gonna give her her space. I'll do the things for the mods, and then I'll leave it alone just to see. She's still posting, going live, like nothing has, even when somebody wants to give her grace, she fucks it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, she deleted or deactivated the Instagram. Wow. Wow. Wait a second. Wait a second. Mia, what are you talking about? Well, I was trying to find your other comment. Or if somebody asked you something. No, it says Mitch. Supposedly. Was that just an opinion? I'm just asking because I missed it. I noticed that, Rebecca Coop. I noticed that. Oh, I see what you guys are saying. She did not volunteer. Okay, yeah. No, I think that they made her do that. Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, well, I mean, it was really disappointing that none of them showed up, but I kind of figured that was going to happen. However, some of them, somebody might be blocked. So, I just wasn't expecting to come over here, and my backup account for my main account is going to take a minute before I can even do anything with it. So, no, thank you guys for being here. I mean, seriously. I'm sorry that nobody came up. I mean, people came up, but I'm sorry that her supporters didn't come. I will work on my main. I'll go live and do some things so that way I can get the boxes open, and maybe we'll just retry again like in a little while. So that way, oh, okay. Okay. All right, 5. I will. But yeah, maybe we can try again. No harm in trying. I mean, if they don't show up, we can just do this again. Maybe what I'll do is, hey Stacy, maybe what I'll do is, like, if nobody shows up, or like in the middle of them showing up or not showing up, maybe we can do something, talk about something, have some type of topic, or just do this. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm doing, so you guys help a lot because you're in here conversating, so that helps out tremendously. But oh, thank you, Chaos. That's so nice. Oh, no problem, Cheryl. It's no problem. Oh, my main account is all the smoke, but the like the handle is saucy chicken, like hot sauce, saucy chicken. I'll go live from there. I don't know when. I don't even know like what to even like talk about or anything like that. I guess we could just do this. But it said 30 minutes, right? Like, I think my first live has to be 30 minutes. So I guess we'll just like shoot the shit for 30 minutes. maybe I can find like some videos to go over or something. It's a little different on here because on my YouTube, when I go live, the watcher, it's spelled without, instead of the Y, it's 2 E's. But maybe on the YouTube, I can like pull stuff up and have you guys see it. But here I have to like have a different device and like show you guys instead of, it's a little different. It's kind of weird. Yes, Melissa, that's it. And then, so maybe we'll like look at some videos or something like that. I'll figure it out. And hopefully by then because I can't switch because I made my backup, I can't switch the name to it. And yes, thank you, 5. I can't switch the name to it right now. So until I can switch the name and get a picture and stuff, I'll let you know the backup. So that way, if anything happened to this account or my main account, I'll have that account. So I'm trying to cover all my bases. So, oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Oh, making an event. How do I do that? I don't know how to do that. I'll have to play with it a little bit. That's why I made the video. Like, I was like, all right, I'll make a video, let it go around for a couple of hours. Obviously, I didn't know this was going to happen. Right before I came live on Fearless, I hurry up and posted and said, hey, I'll be over on the Fearless too. I didn't know that you had like to do things to go live. I mean, I can't say I didn't know because when we made the Fearless accounts, there was like things we had to do. But everybody was even confused by that. And we thought maybe because they were all made like one after another. But yeah, I don't know. So what I'll do is I'm trying to think. My son's going to be gone tomorrow. So maybe I'll just go live again for at least like 30 minutes. So that way that at least checks that box off. And then I have to do 2 more lives after that to get boxes. I don't know if they have to be 30 minutes or if I can just like, go live. I don't know. But this will be so much better when my studio's built. I can't wait. I can't wait. Like, I can't wait. And I'm not sure, like I have a laptop and like all the things, but I don't have a PC. So I don't know if I want to get like the 2 screens, like be really like professional with the 2 screens and, all fun stuff. But I got to get it built first. So I'm going, a little ahead of myself there. Who said that? Where'd that go? Oh no. Did I lose it? She said, just sit your phone down and go about your day. I lost it. Oh man, it went too fast. That's what I'm gonna do, guys. I'm gonna prop you up and I'm just gonna clean my house. That's what I'm gonna do. And then every single one of you have to tell me how great I'm doing. Okay? How awesome I am, I'm great mom. Yes. That's what we need to do. I'll even play the Obsessed song a couple times. I can't do the splits, just so you know, so that ain't happening, but I'll go learn her damn dance and stitch it. Okay? We'll do all the things. How I found out Lori Jones blocked me? She was doing a dance and I was like, I'm about to stitch this and do this dance with her, right? And I went to her page because it was on somebody else's page, but I wanted to do hers. So I go to find her and I'm like, wait, why can't I find her? And that's how I figured out she blocked me. And I was like, I wanted to stitch her video and dance like her because I thought it'd be hilarious. And yeah, she blocked me, so I couldn't do it. Somebody was on, let me see. Okay, somebody was requesting, but I think they just accidentally requested. Yeah, because it's like funny, like I want to do funny stuff too. So I wanted to stitch it. I like I said, I can't clam slam, so that won't really be. I could probably pretend it. Maybe. I used to know how to do the splits. I never jumped into them. Not like that, but I can't. If I tried, I probably wouldn't even be able to get back up. So we enjoy ceiling fan view. It's hilarious. Dusty as fuck though. You'll have to wait a couple days for mine to get a little dusty because I actually clean them. Like even I don't know about you guys, but I don't like dust. So like you know how like in the summertime when you use like the fans that you put in the windows, I unscrew them and clean them. Right? I thought that was a thing. So I would unscrew them, clean them. I always do it before I put them out and when I bring them out and in the middle, just whenever they get dirty. And so when I seen her fan, I was like, what? Like, okay, good. Because it's blowing at you. What? You know, it's blowing at you. Just like we change our filters, like in the furnace and stuff, you gotta clean your fans. But I don't know if I should say this. Like growing up, my house wasn't like super clean. My mom wasn't a good house cleaner. She just wasn't. And so now that I'm older, I'm very like I keep a lot of shit, but it's organized. You know, like bins and my house isn't big. My house is pretty small, but I have things like, you know, it's not cluttered. I don't like that type of stuff. I go to my mom's house, it gives me anxiety. Let me tell you, like, every single time I go to my mom's house, I'm straightening things up, organizing, putting things everywhere. So when I see stuff like that, I'm like, oh my gosh, girl, it takes 2 seconds to just wipe it down. Yes, it's tall. Have Aaron do it. Your son is breathing that stuff in when it goes off like that. It's crazy to me. I don't know. Like, yes. Yeah. And I know not everybody is like super clean or tidy. I don't expect everybody to. I just expect you to do the basics. Like, some people are not good house cleaners. Some people don't like to clean. But if I can come into your house and I see fucking a splatter on the wall from a year ago, that's a problem. Why wouldn't you clean up a splatter on your wall? If you spill something on the floor, don't you clean it right away? If I spilled my coffee, I would clean it up. I wouldn't leave it there. You know what I'm saying? That's a problem. Oh, that's funny that you said that you own a house cleaning business because my dad so I do side jobs, right? And one of them that I do is for landlords because we the type of work my husband does, he's in contact with a bunch of landlords. And every time we would get a cleaning service, they would do the shittiest job. And me, I talk shit, right? So I walk into the house and be like, who the fuck did you have clean your house? Or I would come in and be like, hey, you know that they left this or left that or left this. So they would be like, well, then just do it and I'll pay you. So I started doing that like years ago. So I'll do that. And I do it all the time. So my dad's always like, dude, just open up a business because I used to have an LLC years and years ago, but it's expired now. But I think I can always renew it or whatever. It was a whole different job that I was doing, but I had to open one up because I was being 1099. But I think I can just renew that and do it. But I get paid anyway, and I just go do it by myself, so it doesn't. Or I could have my best friend, like, he come help me if it's something big. But I don't know. I guess I could if I wanted to, but I'll just go do it. But off topic, I know. I kind of went into, I do that. Like, if the people weren't in the boxes, like, keeping me, this would have been every which way. That happens a lot for me. By the shore. You're terrified of You're terrified of the beach and you live by the shore? I'm sorry. That's crappy. Squirrel, yeah. Yeah. That's it. And I'll get back on topic. It just takes me a minute. And because I was tested for ADHD when I was really young, and I don't have it, so I don't know what it is. I don't even really remember being tested. I was in uh, fifth grade, I think I was in, but I didn't have it. And then I wasn't diagnosed with anything else, so they were just like, "Nope, you don't have it." At least what I remember, anyway. But yeah. I don't know. It's weird. I do that too, like in the household. Like I'll start cleaning something. I'll be in here cleaning, la, 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 and I'll walk into the other room and I'll see something and I'm like, oh, let me just clean that real quick. And then I'll clean it. And while I'm picking the stuff up to go put it where it goes, I go back to cleaning whatever it was. And then if I have to take something out of that room to put in that room, I'll finish cleaning that. So and then I always make more, like, I pile on more than what I should. Like things that should be simple, I always make it harder for myself because I'll clean things that, like, why would I clean that? And it could be left alone, but I don't. I don't know. It's crazy. I piss myself off a lot, to be honest with you. I probably cuss myself out more than I do anybody else. So it's my mom brain. Yeah, it's hard to do though, girl mom. It is, because I'll be like, okay, I have to start this and finish it. Just do it. And I don't stick to it. It'll take me 3 days to get absolutely everything done. And then I'm like, but my house really is my house. Like I clean my house every day, so it's not a lot to do ever. So oh, girl mom, I don't even want to talk about laundry. I'm I'm bad. Um it's the only thing my husband complains about. The only thing. The I don't mind washing it. I don't mind throwing in the washer and throwing in the dryer. It's the taking it out and folding it and putting it away. I hate it. I can't stand it. I I will procrastinate. I will. I don't know why neither. I don't know why. And it's the only thing he gets on me about. Because it's really the only thing he could. Like, but I will let it go. I will let it go. And then he's always like, okay. And then I end up screwing myself because then I have to have a whole day to do laundry. And then I'm just upset the whole day because I did it to myself. I can't even blame anybody but myself. And then I piss myself off all the time. Yeah. Yeah. Same. See? Okay, good. I'm not the only one. He's like, wow. Yeah, me too. Me too. Because I feel bad. I'm like, yeah, I know. I do need to do that. I'll feel bad about it. That's gotta count for something. Shit. Who's that teaser? You caught me. I'm setting it up. I'm doing laundry on the live. I'm just gonna prep you guys up and I'm just gonna fold everything. See, I don't mind. Well, I don't really like unloading the dishwasher too, but I rather do that. And I don't know. It's like that doesn't really bother me that much, but yeah, it's not my favorite, right? You'll make laundry for fun. You can come do my laundry all day then. Yeah, I will. I will make sure I stop what I'm doing to give you a lecture. I'll have a whole skit. Oh yeah, my son's getting to the age where he's gonna start having chores. He's devastated. He's devastated. because I'm a child. Okay. But I'm going to be honest though, like I have done a lot for him, and I kind of feel bad cuz you try to raise your kids the same, but like after you have the first one, you're like a little more lenient. And for my son, like when he leaves for the weekends, I clean his room, cuz I clean it good, right? I like actually get underneath it. Like he has nothing under his bed ever because I keep that clean. But I do that, and he's supposed to keep it up. He doesn't do a great job, but he'll try, you know what I'm saying? But like I remember I would clean my daughter's room at Christmas, her birthday, and I think like Easter or something. And that's it. She had to keep it clean the rest of the time. And I feel bad about things like that, but I don't know. Like I feel like I think I babied him a little bit more, but they're very far away in age. Like my daughter is 19 and he's 10. So they're far away in age. And I don't know, maybe because he's a boy, but he does need to start doing more things on his own because he's 10 now. He has to start being a little more independent. Otherwise it's going to fall on me. Oh, really? Yeah. I wanted to, like, after I had my son, I wanted to have one like really close together. Like I wanted to wait like 2 or 3 years, but it hasn't happened. Yeah, I'll get really horrible markers where the colors don't look very good, and I'll color something really nice for you guys. Yeah, and Patty, that was the same for me. I was doing laundry at 8 years old. No joke. 8 years old, I was doing laundry. And my mom taught me because she was sick of me telling her that I wanted to wear something the night before at like whatever time it was. And she got tired of me doing that, and she showed me how to do it. So I've been doing laundry since I was 8. My son couldn't even find the washer and dryers right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, hi, Just Mary. Yes, I will, Leanne. Yeah, when I think about like the things I was doing way before his age, is he couldn't even, like I was just showing him how to make like our air fryer. I was just showing him last year. I taught him how to use that. Like, look, you can come in here and throw some cheese sticks in there, or whatever, to make something real quick, like after school or whatever. And he was like devastated that I even told him that. He's like, what? You're gonna make me do it? And I was like, oh no. Yes, I'm making you do this. Like it's that time now. Like my daughter was way more independent, but oh, that sucks, girl, mom. I'm sorry, that sucks. I lived in an apartment where we had to go downstairs, and like I think the dryer was like, oh, what was it? The dryer was like $2 or something, but the washer was way cheaper. I don't know. I hated it though. Especially because I always felt weird leaving my stuff down there and like running upstairs and waiting for my stuff to be done. Like I don't know. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. But oh, that sucks. Not having a dishwasher is really crappy. Especially because like I don't like stuff in my sink. So I just put it in the dishwasher until it gets filled up. I run it every night though. Like even if it's not full, I'll still run it. Oh, it takes 50 to do. That's, yeah. Oh man, I'm sorry you guys don't have dishwashers. That's really crappy. I got bit up by mosquitoes. I know that. So bad. Last night on the 4th. I hope everybody had a good 4th of July though. I really do. I hope everybody was safe. One of one of the fireworks fell over and shot out, and it could have been really bad. It wasn't, but it could have been really bad. Like wasn't funny when it was happening, but afterwards we kind of laughed about it. But I've never seen that happen before. And literally right before it happened, my husband was telling my brother-in-law, he was like, you should probably have that on bricks. like, you know, and he was like, the other brother was like, no, we don't need to do that. Like, and yeah, like 5 minutes after that, that ended up happening. It was scary. It was. And he lives in like a really nice neighborhood. And the one shot up, he just bought a brand new pickup truck. And it shot up and hit right on top of his, on the top of his car. Well, not the top of his car, the one part, but it like melted the paint off. He just got it. And it melted the paint off of it. He was devastated. I felt bad. Do they really? I didn't know that. I coated myself with 2 different freaking sprays because they didn't have any, and then I ended up spraying and then spraying another one because I was getting tore up. That like the mosquitoes over there were so bad. We were a little further, like, I don't want to say up north because it's not up north, but we were more north, and the mosquitoes were crazy. We always spray. We have a huge yard, so we always spray like our whole yard.
I actually have a helpful fact for the mosquitoes. It may sound
Okay.
weird, but it actually works because I saw it here on TikTok. If you get coffee grounds and you
Okay.
burn it, yes, it smells like burnt steak, but it repels flies and mosquitoes. And then for like the babies, like if you know how you can't use spray or off on them,
Yeah.
vanilla extract actually helps.
Really?
Yes.
I did not know that.
I'm more of a natural mom. I don't like using chemicals and spray and all that stuff. So
Yeah. No, that's good to know because I have that right
the
now.
instant coffee grounds, you sprinkle it in your yard at the before the heat of summer,
Yeah.
and it keeps the mosquitoes out of your yard.
Really?
Yes,
I
instead of
wouldn't
having to
be
buy
able.
the expensive bug spray and
Yeah.
all
Yeah, I
that.
wouldn't be able to do that because my yard, I sit on like 3 lots. I could fit like 3 houses in my yard. It's super big, so I wouldn't be able to do that. That's why we spray it because we have a lot of like land. And
But yeah,
it's
like your small sit down area, just get like a pod of burned coffee grounds. People look at you weird, but it's natural.
I don't care if they will look at me weird if it works, you know?
It works.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, I'm gonna hop down and enjoy listening. I'm trying to put my
Okay.
1-year-old to bed.
Yeah, I'm gonna end in a minute. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, let's see. Okay, she knew how to get down. I never know. I never know if people know how to get down or not. Oh, yeah. See? Learning something, teaching us things. Where do you see that? Oh, thank you guys so much for liking the live. I appreciate that. I wasn't even paying attention to that. I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm supposed to pay attention to things like that, but super kitty. But okay, I appreciate you guys. I know it's really late. And I appreciate you guys all staying here and conversing and liking the live and sharing it and all the fun things that you guys did. I appreciate it. Oh, the kitty. We'll try it again. Maybe I'll if any Gabi supporters like were listening and didn't want to say anything at all because you didn't want to be attacked, or I don't know, you can message me either on this account or my main account. You can message me. We can have a conversation, whatever. I'm not trying to be mean to you. I'm not. And I understand if you feel like people are going to attack you. So if you just want to do it behind the scenes, we can work something out through there. If you want to come up and I'll turn off the comments. If you want to make a fake account and then come over, whatever you want to do. Okay, we'll try it again in a little bit. Like I said, I'll go work on my main account and the lives and stuff, and we'll see if they show up then. So I'm sorry they didn't. Sucks, but you know, what are you gonna do, right? At least we got to hang out for a minute, you know? Oh, thank you. You guys are so sweet. Seriously, I really do appreciate it. So I hope everybody has a good night, and I'll try going live tomorrow. I'll see what I can do so that way we can work on that account. So thank you guys for showing up. I appreciate you. You too. Everyone have a wonderful night. Sleep good. Thanks, Shells. All right, I'm going to try to shut this off. It always takes me forever. I don't know why. Like, I always see, like, people leave and they leave like that. It's not how it works for me. So, all right. Bye, guys.